Dusty, after game one was so tough the way that ended, what's it say? And I think we ask you this every time your team responds, but what's it say about your team to come out in that first inning and have 3 back-to-back doubles and in some ways put that game away early?
Well, we didn't exactly put it away. I mean, they're always threatening over there, as you saw how they came back on us yesterday. But, you know, this team has a short memory on bad occurrences and bad games. And, you know, you can't bring yesterday into today or else it'll continue. You have to start all over again and just realize it's a new day and hopefully we have a different outcome.
Go that same row in the middle.
Congratulations, Dusty. So,
Thank you.
do you already have the starting pitcher for the third game in the Philadelphia or not yet?
Yes. We have Lance McCullers. He's starting the third game in Philadelphia.
We'll go to Christie on your right, Dusty.
Dusty, it seems like you've been saying every day that Altuve was due for a big game, and you finally had one. How good was that for you to see him finally break out?
Well, it was great. I mean, if I say it every day, it's got to have one these days. And, you know, just how I feel about Altuve, you know, his track record speaks for itself. I mean, you know, he was due. He swung the bat great today. It's a good feeling, you know, to get him to lead off like he's been doing all year in the first inning. And, boy, it was great to see. And all the guys on the team were extremely happy for him and for us to see him, you know, have that kind of game. And hopefully he can continue and start to roll the way Altuve can roll.
Stay over there with Steve.
Congratulations, Dusty.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you, and I know it's not a mathematical must, but how important was it to win this game and avoid going to Philadelphia behind 0-2?
Well, it was almost a mathematical must, actually, because, you know, it's tough. You know, when you lose the first 2 games at home. And but I've been on the other side of things, too, and when we won the first 2 games in another team's park years ago, and then they came back and beat us. But, you know, it's good for the city, good for our fans, you know, that they went home happy after last night, because I just went to get coffee at a couple of places, at one place this morning, and people were kind of sick about last night. And so you'd like to have a positive attitude throughout the city, and that vibe, you know, radiates to us. And so it was great to win that first game.
Go to Kim up front.
Dusty, can you talk about Framber and what you got from him today? I mean, I know
Yes.
you probably expect it, but just about his outing.
Well, I mean, you expect it, but you don't know. And, you know, I mean, this guy has been as consistent as any pitcher that I've ever had throughout the course of the year, and he just continued to do the same thing, you know, during the playoffs. And, you know, he gets big outs. He makes big pitches. Our team is extremely sharp usually behind him because they're alert, especially on the infield. You know you're going to get a lot of balls and got you know, a great chance to turn a double play or two, which helps keep his pitch count relatively low and keep him in the ball game, because I think he had like 60-something pitches after 68 pitches, whatever it was, and you start counting and said, oh, that's why we were trying to hopefully take him into the 7th. You know, he almost made it, but you know, he's been great, and Maldi has directed him through most of these victories, and it was much needed for us.
Do 2 more quick ones. The 4th row on your left.
Dusty Montero dealt with a lot in that 8th inning.
Yes.
What did you see in his ability to get through all that, and how much thought did you give to getting a fresh arm in there?
Well, yeah, I had some thought, but I had, you know, you think about who's the matchups for the guys that are coming up that inning. And, you know, we was hoping that he would get by, you know, through Harper. You know, he's always on your radar when he's going to be up next. You know, we had a near miss of a long home run, you know, boy, by the dangerous Schwarber. And so, yeah, I mean, we thought about it, but we just thought about, you know, who might be better in that situation than who we had in there already, as long as he wasn't tired or start throwing balls and stuff. So, that was a big, well, 7th and 8th that he covered for us.
We'll finish up in the second row on your right.
Dusty, what was the mood in the dugout after 3 doubles to open the game? Obviously, things happened the way that they did last night, but I imagine that's a great way to get things started.
Well, it was, and I was pulling for a 4th actually, and try to score as many runs as you can because Wheeler's one of the tougher guys in baseball, and that's the first time a lot of our guys have seen him. But we watch a lot of video, and our hitting guys, coaching staff, tries to get them as familiar as possible with who we're facing that day, especially a new guy. So, and it was great to get the fans into it right away. There's a lot of electricity in this building.